Hi everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're gonna react to some of Starfield footage out there. The game is out and we need to see how it is because we don't want another cyberpunk on our hands, like all that buzz, and then it's like it was so long until all the fixes. So before we buy the game, we want to check that it's actually works. So let's jump right into today's reaction. Gotta jump between a couple of videos. Let's go. Let's do it.
Welcome to Starfield. You start off deep in the mines harvesting some beryllium, which is actually a real type of raw metal. God, I love miners. Mine workers are also great. I head deep inside the caves and find some mysterious group of floating minerals, and so I pick one up and then get transported to another dimension, the character creator menu. I get a character who looks like he sold a few of his own organs for smack, and then I have a look around the staff quarters. I start stealing everyone's stuff. Are you really playing a Bethesda game if you don't pick up absolutely everything until your character becomes encumbered and can't run?
That's
I even
true.
steal this guy's lunch.
Hey, that was my sandwich!
We exit the facility and are greeted with the large open world. This big ship lands and some dodgy astronaut gets out to speak with us, but I ditch the gang to go exploring. I find lots of rocks. I then have to run all the way back, and I swear to God my character smokes a pack a day. How do you run out of breath in low gravity? It's either emphysema or the fact I picked up every single possible
Why
item
did you
in the
leave
staff
the
quarters. Pirates then
main
attack our
quest?
humble mining community. They're not even cool, relatable Somali pirates, they're space pirates, and so I kill them all. The dodgy astronaut is like, wow, that was impressive. Here, have my spaceship and robot. He just gives them to me so the plot can rapidly move forward, I guess. The ship's pretty cool. It's got one bed, so when we get a crew, we'll all have to cuddle up together. Hopefully it's an all-male crew of miners. I take off into space and I'm immediately engaged by more pirates, but I take them out because I'm built different. I'm stronger than Lizzo's bed frame, faster than a boy on prom night, then sneakier than even the most covert of stepdads. I land on this new planet via a cutscene. I locate the research facility and begin the search for survivors. Inside the lab, I find something truly disturbing. Motivational posters. I used to share an office with this girl who put up motivational posters, and she had this one that said, "Attitudes are contagious, is yours worth catching?" It made me want to kill myself every single morning, but she was really hot, so I pretended to like them. I kill a bunch of pirates and then come face to face with their leader. I surprisingly managed to convince him I'm not a threat. He's clearly not a great judge of character. I just murdered 20 of his men. We make peace with the pirates. I proceed to push...
I just found like a new channel to follow. Let's do it together. How do you pronounce this? Modest Pelican. Okay, Modest. Subscribe. That's a funny guy. Nice to see the game like in between. Okay.
several of these flammable containers right next to the Pirate King, and he isn't even phased. I then shoot them, killing every single one in a fiery explosion. I'm pretty sure the Geneva Convention doesn't extend to space. Like the video if you enjoy war crimes. My work on this planet is done, so I hyper jump to a friendly planet. You might be wondering why everyone's shooting me on this friendly planet. Well, I forgot to record a few minutes of gameplay, and in that time I became an intergalactic space terrorist. Why put children in the game? Obviously everyone's going to try and kill them. I have to fight off several waves of security, but eventually they just give up. Now I'm good to explore again, but I swear to God these space kids have no sense of humor.
Your parents would be disappointed in you.
Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child?
I'm holding too many items to run, so I drop them all in a perfect circle on the ground, just like in real life. A soldier then approaches me and says I need to go to jail. What's the penalty for 26 murders, many of which were unarmed technicians? 7 days in prison. Harsh but fair. I get through my sentence.
This guy is hilarious. But as we can see, he said they just suddenly stopped. So, and in the pirate, like with the pirate, it's just, okay, let me just organize the way I'm gonna kill you in a one shot, and let's see how what you think about it. That won't go. That doesn't fly. I mean, should have like some intuition. We want to fight smart enemies and not like a broom-headed enemies. But this is like definitely
without getting to bend over once.
worth this guy.
I mean having to bend over once. I also decide to start playing in third person because it looks cooler in my opinion. I continue following the main story regarding that mysterious piece of floating metal from the beginning of the game. I meet this girl called Sarah who looks exactly like that chick I worked with that hung the motivational posters everywhere. I wonder if you can romance her in this game. I'm definitely going to find that out later in private. I mean, I put the piece of metal in and it's amazing, wow. She's now following me around so we can solve the metal mystery, but I decide instead that I will join the army. I want the comradeship that these Boy Scouts have. I head up to the Vanguard headquarters and they're excited to have me sign up. I head inside and enroll for the exam. I love the detailed side quests in Bethesda games. You actually have to sign up and then you walk through these displays, learning the Vanguard history. It's very immersive. I pass the final exam, and just like that, we're a probationary soldier. Our initial mission is to investigate a research facility that's gone dark. Basically the exact same mission we did earlier. Sarah's like, wow, I think we should explore the magic metal mystery first. I ignore her and instead buy myself a jetpack. It's my new favourite thing in the world. We set course and land on a planet that's darker than America's no-fly list. It becomes immediately apparent that either someone forgot to put the wet floor sign out, or a giant mutated alien spider has ravaged this base. I go and speak with the only survivor who confirms the monster was a giant alien and asks me to kill it. I look out the window and see the alien spider absolutely decimate some dinosaur looking thing. I proceed to go around turning on all the automatic turrets and they make short work of the giant alien spider. It's quite surprising that no one else thought to turn on the automatic turrets. Before I fly back to Vanguard headquarters, I decide to explore the planet a little bit. I run pretty far in one direction and find more alien dinosaurs. One of them
This
almost
guy
kills
has,
Sarah.
he has like patience running around the
But
planet.
she can't die because the only thing thicker than her is her plot armor. I fly back and report to the chief, who's like, congratulations, you are now a Vanguard soldier. He gives me my uniform and I'm now part of the military. I almost joined the military in real life, but then I realized you're not allowed to smoke weed and shoot terrorists. They're super strict on that. I think I'd be a great soldier though, I'd bring the fun back to war. I can see myself hotboxing a tank with the boys. I might not have all my limbs, but I'd have a portable speaker at all times. Every day at 4:20 PM, I'd light a joint, and as my lighter clicked, all the shooting would stop and there'd be a perfect
Show us more.
I enter the structure and speak to the man. I try and convince him to pay his debts, but he refuses to. I respect it, but then he gets hostile and I have to kill him. Well, in truth, I was looking for any reason to pop him. Why have power if you don't exert it regularly? I jump around in low gravity for longer than I care to admit, and then eventually head back to the bank. He's like, cheers big girl, you're a rose among thorns. I head back to my ship and the dock is still littered with corpses. The city will send someone to another solar system to collect debt, but can't keep the streets clean. God, this is really so realistic. Thanks to everyone who got the first.
Alright, let's jump to Asmongold, the real problem with Starfield, who's probably reacting as well right now in this video, but to a bunch of clips that shows...
Game reviewer says playing Starfield is
Yeah.
like being stuck in a fishbowl. Okay.
For everyone that thought that Todd's promise of 1,000 planets to freely explore sounded too good to be true,
shotgun.
you were painfully right to be skeptical. When you land on a planet, you don't actually get to explore it freely. A few points of interest are put on the map, but if you run too far off course, sometimes only a kilometer away from a point of interest, you'll be treated to an invisible wall telling you to return to your ship. The game doesn't
really?
actually give you...
This was supposed to be an open world, like go explore. That's why the previous like video we've seen of Modest, he likes chaos, just off the quest, let me run, and we didn't see the invisible wall, so that's interesting.
Planets to explore, as was promised by Todd Howard and Pete Hines in the lead up to the game's launch. It generates a small map each time you land that's built off of a seed from the given planet that you're landing on, and where on that planet you've selected to land, whether it's a pre-assigned landing location with a point of interest on it, or a random location that you choose. Simply put, it's an illusion of scale and freedom. Though to be fair, some people won't consider this a big deal, but like I said, it grows all the more frustrating when you go out into the great unknown trying to explore like previous Bethesda games, only to be greeted with invisible walls reminding you that you're in a glorified fishbowl and not actually exploring a planet.
Isn't there there's got to be a wall somewhere in Skyrim, right? I don't know. I don't think that's a big deal. I'm not like, why the fuck? Like, look at what he's doing. Where are you going?
But if you run too far
Like,
off...
there's nothing here anywhere. I don't think... The problem is that people should think it's a big deal because the world should be more meaningful, that you should want to explore the entire planet. But the problem is that the world that you zone into has like 5 points of interest, and that's
All
it.
right.
You go into cave number 12, and there's 3 things of iron, 1 uranium, and then, thank God, and then you go to another fucking point of interest. It's another laboratory with a deep cave. Wait, this is the same cave layout as before. There's a pathway and an open area, and the pathway after that, and then 2 different pathways and then another open area. It's the exact fucking thing. I went through that cave 3 goddamn times. It's like I felt like I was playing classic WoW again. What the fuck is this? So the problem really is not that you can't...
So it's not about the invisible walls. It's about the fact that we have no incentive to actually explore. Like it's repetitive. It's the same stuff, and where there is sand, there is only sand. Nothing interesting to go and interact with. So that's very interesting.
explore the entire planet. The problem is that you're a fucking idiot if you want to. That's the problem. Is because there's no reason to go around and explore in Starfield. It's all the same shit. Like, I don't know. Oh, no, it gets better. There's some... no. There was some planets that was good. Oh, yeah, I went to like 15, 20 planets. And every single one was the exact fucking same. It had the same monsters. It had the same fucking areas. It had the same loot. It had the same combat. It had the same gameplay. And it was fucking boring. It was. Oh, the map in Starfield. I'm pretty sure what happened with the map is that they actually had the AI for the different soldiers and pirates in the game design the map. Because that's the only way it makes sense to me that it could be that fucking stupid. I can't even believe it. It's just bland. It's just bland. I don't know. I just think it sucks. I'm gonna try and play this game off stream. And I'm going to see if maybe I can get more immersed and more invested whenever I play it off stream and I have a different experience. Because I want to like the game. I really do. I really want to like the game.
Same here.
But fuck. It's hard.
That's exactly what I was afraid of, because it's same as Cyberpunk. Like, you got this amazing world and the city, Night City, and like the story, but everything was repetitive, bugged, and you're like, I don't want to do the same thing again and again. You have the opportunity of the big world you created to put some new stuff. So this game is gonna hopefully get better. Bethesda are known for their... I loved Fallout, and if they can just... They had a lot of pressure, right, on like getting this game out. A lot of pressure, and we need to wait a bit until it becomes better, until they put more content in. That's what we should wait for before buying this game, and follow all the, you know, all the news and updates on this game, because every planet can have like its own system and life and different animals and enemies. That's the beauty of space. So I hope they will implement that in their upcoming, in the future patches. Thank you so much for being here with me in this video. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe if you want more content of us exploring games and seeing what's worth playing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.